Morning. Hope everyone had a safe 4th of July. You see I'm in the 550. What I'm doing right now is I'm going to bring this down to the Ford dealership. I've got an issue with the idle. When the motor's warm, I'll post the video right here. Nothing coming out of the exhaust. That's what the truck's doing after the motor's warmed up. I have no idea what's going on, so I'm bringing it back down to the dealer, have them take a look at it, see what's going on. While I'm down there, I'm going to grab my wife's Explorer. Brought that down a couple weeks ago for AC to have the AC pump changed because the AC decided to quit working. It was actually the week before we had the week before we had that real hot weather. So I brought it down there. They're supposed to bring it in on a Monday for the service, and they forgot about it. Lost the paperwork, actually. So they didn't know nothing about it until we called up Monday or Tuesday for it. About it. I think it was Monday or Tuesday the wife called. So now it's ready. I'm gonna go down, grab that. I'm gonna drop this off, grab my wife's Explorer. We're gonna head back to the house. I'm gonna drop the Explorer off. Then I'm gonna grab my F-250, my gray truck. Back when I did the brakes on it, the little shims you put in between the brake shoes and the bracket, they must have given me the wrong ones because now they just touch the rotor and it squeaks. It's driving me nuts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go bring that down to the shop. This is my Saturday shop, employer. Go down there, I'm gonna pull tires off and take those tabs. I'm just gonna bend them down, get them out of the way from touching the rotor. The pads have got their own little squeakers on it, so that's fine. But right now, it doesn't need to be doing that. It sounds sick, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when I take the tires off when we get back to the shop. But first, let's get down here and get these vehicles swapped out. Let me turn the fan down here real quick. Yeah, I got my 550 down to the dealership, to the commercial side. The guy that put the motor in the truck doesn't work there no more. He took a managerial position at another place, so he's not there anymore. Got the vehicle home. While I was home, I fixed this. Now my sunroof works. Still not the greatest. It's almost like it's sticking right up here in this corner. Don't know why, but it's doing that. But currently I am off to go give an estimate, and you got people, some of you might think it's nuts, but I actually think it's the smartest thing you could do. I gotta give an estimate for plowing a driveway this winter. You get on the list now, you don't have to worry about it later. Just like the heating pellets. Take your pellets now so you don't have to worry about it later for the heating season. But I'm here to give the estimate. I'll get back to you in a minute. That was a quick yes. Put me on your list. The last person he had plow the driveway, he charged him every time he showed up. I think he said it was like $20 for every time he showed up. See, my price is per storm. I don't know how you or how your plow guy does it, but he was getting charged every time the gentleman showed up to plow the driveway. He said it could be $20, it could be $80. He said he never knew what the price was what his bill was gonna be until afterwards. I can't do that. That's ripping the customers, that's ripping people off. charging them 20 bucks every time I show up. My rate is for the entire storm, up to a certain amount of snow. I explained that to him. He's perfectly all right with that. So he didn't even hesitate when I told him the price for the whole storm. I did explain to him I have a sander. The sanding will be extra if he wants it. If he wants it every time I show up, which he didn't. So I told him it'd be so much if he asks for it after. But let me rephrase that. Explained it to him that it'd be so much if he informed me while I was there plowing. It'd be so much. But if I'm out running around, it'd be a slightly more than if it was I was to put the sand down while I was there. Of course, it's because I'd be out doing things and I'll have to run back and put sand down on his driveway. He understood that. Completely happy. So let's just keep this thing going. Hopefully we can keep it going. Yeah, looking at driveways for plowing this winter does seem a little awkward, but it's just like as I said that previous clip, it's the smartest thing to do. Get on the list now so you're not panicking later. As you can see, I got a little anxious. I got the tire off. I'm gonna pull. I got everything loosened up on the back side here. What I'm going to wind up doing is pull, excuse me, these bolts out. Pull this caliper out of the way, because listen. I don't think it's a clips. I think it's something that has to do with the shield. I hope not, because that means I got to tear everything off this truck. Get out. We'll find out in a minute. I'll get you back, bring you back here in a few minutes. Now, you hear the typical brake pads rubbing. I think it might have been with the dust shield, not the little tabs on the shoes. The reason why I didn't address this at the beginning was nothing was tight, so I heard it, but I didn't pay attention. The owner's here. All right, this one's doing it. This is the worst one. Listen. That's what I hear all the time. And now the more I think about it, the more I think it is the dust shield, the backing plate on the brakes rubbing. So I'll have to finagle and bend it or move it or something, because I really don't want to pull the brakes off and redo the whole thing. Ugh. My noise right there. See what's rubbing? It's rubbing right there. I just took it and pried it back a little bit. Get the clearance. Now it's nice and quiet. It's nice and warm out here too. Let's get this back together. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run two on the opposite side together, run it in so that rotor's up against tight, and then we'll see how we got for noises. Do we have any noise? Nothing but the typical brake pad touching. Now let's get this mess picked up and we'll get out of here. Well, that was an easier repair than I thought it was going to be, thankfully. All it was the dust shields on the back side of the brake rotors. So yeah, it was nice to fix it. I think what happened was when me and my buddy there, when we rebuilt the front axle on this, that it was that 12-hour day when we did it. We took the dust shields off, set them to the side. I think something got set on them, bent them. But when we put everything back together, I didn't pay much attention to it because, yeah, I spun them and I could hear that rubbing noise, but it didn't really set into me because it bothered me that much because the rotors were just pushed onto the hub. So of course they weren't true, they weren't flat, they weren't tight against the hub. So I heard that rubbing noise, didn't think much of it. We got the truck back together, and then my mind was on why I had no left turn with this truck after we rebuilt the front end. And I don't know if anybody's seen that video or not, but the cause of me losing my left-hand turn was because they sent me the wrong drag link. They didn't send me, they gave me the wrong drag link. So it was 3 inches too long, so that took away my left-hand turn. Luckily I found one from a dealership that hurt bad. Got the right one on there, got it all taken care of. But something simple as just bending those shields back, giving it the space that it needs. Oh well. All right, quick little end video here. I didn't record it, but I got these rims to clean up pretty good. They had brake dust stains, using Meguiar's, real good stuff. And I've been working on cleaning the wife's vehicle. It's been neglected for a while. There's no doubt, I'm not gonna lie. But I did finally get a chance to get the dash cleaned up. And the door, that's what it looks like after. Let's see. Yeah. That's kind of what the door looks like before. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but anyways, please like, share, subscribe, comment, stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.